All right. What's cracking, gamers? What's good, boys? We're playing some Chivalry 2 today. I thought it'd be fun, you know, a little Shiv game, little Shiv gameplay. It is not loading. Okay, there we go. Nice. All right, let's get it. I'm not great at Chivalry 2. I gotta turn this volume down a little bit. There we go. That should be good. All right, 64 player mix mid. Let's get it, boys. Let me know how the audio is, by the way. You guys are hopping in here. Would appreciate it, dude. Would appreciate. All right, that should all be good. Pause that. Guten talking. Oh, get the multi-stream up. All right. I should be able to see chat in just a minute. The Fall of Lionspire. This one's a fun map. This bridge at the end is cool. What's up, Storm Shadow? How you doing, man? What's cracking? The Mason Fleet seeks passage to Gallencourt. Okay. It's pretty good. Alright. Glad to hear it, Gabe. You should do a Skyrim stream? Maybe. It's been a long time since I've played Skyrim seriously. What's up, Afif? Alright, what should we play? You know what? Archer time. I do love playing Archer in this game. Guild of the Immortal Blades. What a dope name. What's up, dude? Oh, what's up, gamers? Alright, so we're Masons. Ooh, back shot. Back shotty. Oh, there's the first kill of the game, boy. Second kill of the game, boys. Can we snipe it? Nope. Been cool, though. Alright. I'll cover your retreat, sir. Oh, sorry. Team damage. Yikes. I can't wait for Monday. EAW is my fave. Oh, I'm glad you like it, my dude. All right, counter archer. He might be going for us, boys. That's a cannonball. Oh. What's up, Jack Mers? How you doing? How y'all doing today?
Stop this.
There we go. There we are. But this guy's mad. I keep hitting him from really far away. All right. We're gonna need to. Oh! 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 I got skewered. I got absolutely skewered. You should play Total Tank Simulator. Nah, not on stream. That's not a fun game to stream. What's up, Maximus Caesar? What's up, Masked Warrior? It's cracking, boys. There we go. There's a little vengeance for us there. I hear someone screaming, but I don't think it's for us. Whoa! So many people just got hit by that catapult. Holy cow. Look at this guy. Yeah, trying to reload your crossbow. Sir! Yo, Masked Warrior, thanks for the 100 bits, dude. Really appreciate it. Not even so much as a message to go with it. God dang. Man didn't even take advantage of the TTS. Boy, what are you doing? I appreciate the 100 bits, man. Thank you. I'm good. I have a little cold, but good. How are you? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm doing well. All right, let me help this guy out. What? Ooh. Take my bits, my dude. Thanks for 100 more bits. Can we get some pogs in chat for my man? You would get way more subs for doing what? Never heard of this game before? That's fun. Not everything's about subs and money, though, guys. Sometimes it's just about having fun. What's up, Daily Chivalry 2 again? I could watch this all night. Dude, let's go. Let's do it. Maybe not all night. Maybe we'll play another game later, but for a little bit at least. What's up, HK? How you doing? Oh, sorry. I'll revive you. Yep, I got you. I love being Vlad the Impaler in Chivalry. Is that your role play in Chivalry? Hello, broski. What's up, Eli Creeper? How you doing, man? Oh, come on. All right. You know what? We going with the axe, boys. Eat. Eat. You can't block us all. What's up, Tyler? How you doing? Raphael Nerd. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. A regular amongst the boys. All right. There we go. Nice chest shot to that archer. Take him down. Whoa! Oh my god, that ballista just nut-shotted me. Wow. Whew, that was a lot. If you expand your genres on your main channel, you would get more attention. I know what I'm doing. Don't worry. I've been doing YouTube for many years. Oh, come on. Yeah, a lot of people think that doing variety, you can just get the viewers of everything. But in reality, my main channel base is Star Wars. Anytime I do other things, I just don't do as well. Because it's not Star Wars. Oh, man. I was doing so well until they decided to double team me. God dang it. I mean, I can branch out, and I have. I did an entire month of branching out for a while. But in reality, you're just not going to be able to get the viewers of everything else. It's, you know, you have to dedicate a lot of your channel in order to switch communities. And right now, I'm pretty satisfied with being in the Star Wars community. It's still something I enjoy greatly. And I can get some crossover with Halo. I can get some crossover with Lord of the Rings. I can get crossover pretty easily with Star Wars. It's just about doing it every once in a while and not flooding the channel with it. Daily Productions is where I can play every other game I want to play. So, you know. You tend to get a lot of people requesting certain things, and then, believe it or not, once you do those certain things on the different channels, you get no views. You know? I've gotten people begging me to do things like Rainbow Six Siege and Fortnite and stuff like that, which I'm happy to do. Those games are fun, but they get no views, you know? They get no views on the channel. Even at the height of their popularity, I've played them on the channel. It's just no views, you know? So it really is about establishing your niche, and then you're sort of stuck in your niche unless you decide to make big plays to go out of it, you know? And right now I just don't, I'm not in a position where I want to make big plays to get out of my Star Wars niche, you know? I'm pretty content with expanding my content into semi-variety, but at its core, sci-fi games will always do better on my channel, and I'm pretty okay with doing them right now on my channel. Of course, in the future, I might have another month where I'm like totally sick of Star Wars, and I decide, all right, in this instance, I am going to go ahead and play something completely different for a little while. And that happens all the time, you know? It's usually 2 or 3 times a year. I'm like, God, if I have to, you know, talk about another Stormtrooper, I'm gonna lose my mind. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, hey, I remember why I love Star Wars so much. I want to do more of it. It's just one of those things, you know? There's a new Rainbow Six coming out in September. I saw it. It looks awful. It like, the graphics look super dated. Like, I thought it was going to be this little sort of side game in the franchise. But they're, like, really committing to this thing, man. Like, they're really committing to this new Rainbow Six game. It's weird. Oh, let's go. On my actual channel, I'm trying to be a variety FPS channel. Yeah, that's one of the harder niches to sort of break into, since there's so many variety FPS channels. But there's still room to be a part of it. I mean, you've got the biggest. Ooh, sorry, team takedown. That's my bad. Here, I'll revive this guy to make up for it. All right, there we go. Like, for example, you know, Jack Frags, Aculite, etc. Those guys are huge. They're very well established in the FPS genre. And they tend to claim most of the views with new releases or existing games, things like that, you know, because they're pre-established. Ali-A, those kind of guys. But there's still room to enter in if you manage to catch into things early, or you have new ideas and concepts of things. People like Big Fry Gaming. He does a lot of sort of like, is this game any good? This new FPS game is releasing. is this too gimmicky? You know, he sort of reviews every up-and-coming FPS game, never sticking to one thing too much. And then in between that, he does, like, news of things and stuff like that. And I think he does a great job of it. He does an excellent job trying to mix things up in the FPS genre and get new content out there to people. And I think he's a great example of how to break into the FPS community when you're a bit of an outsider in there, you know? I don't know, just thoughts. Right now, my main thing I'm trying to do with YouTube is get more into doing a bit more like serious videos, doing more like Star Wars analysis videos on upcoming games, talking about where I see flaws in Star Wars, where I really like things about Star Wars, and things like that. That's what I would like to break into more with my particular niche, and then maybe expand that into like the Halo games and things like that. But other than that, I mean, right now I'm pretty satisfied with the content I'm making on Daily Productions, where it's just kind of literally whatever I want to do on there. So I'm having fun with that. I'm having fun just streaming whatever I want. Streaming is a great place for me to just sort of do what I like to do, you know? I can still be sort of creatively fulfilled on stream. What's up, Hayden is good? I'm gonna try and make a comic book this summer? That sounds dope, dude. Ow! Someone just shot me in the head. Jeez. I remember as a kid, I used to make really cruddy little pocket comic books and stuff like that. They were terrible. I cannot draw for anything. Okay, finally died there, but we had a pretty good streak going. Yeah, we could do some more Total Tank Simulator on the channel. That's something I haven't done for a while. If you want to do Skyrim on the main channel, there is a Star Wars mod that overhauls the entire game into the OT, and the story has something to do with Thrawn. That sounds insane. Dude, what? Holy cow, I would like to do that, yes. How does one do that? Also, how do I get out of first-person mode? P. I see. I did not mean to get into first-person mode for that whole time, but I did. I really did. Alright, let's use our brazier. And I died. Yikes. Till I will get more bits for next stream. Oh, well, thank you, man. Donos aren't necessary, but they're always appreciated. Get the co-op guns in your new Star Wars Battlefront 2 series. Are those ones that like came out most recently, sort of? That was a nice headshot right there. I mean, the guy was standing still, but it was still clean. Still clean, bro. Are there people still fighting back here? Yeah, there are. There we go. All right, nice job. Lob that sucker out there. I'm back. I had to leave for some thingies. Well, welcome back, my friend. How are you? I haven't played it, but I'll try to find the name of the mod. Yeah, I would love that. Sounds sick. I had no idea there was a Skyrim mod. I know Skyrim still has a pretty niche fan base that, I mean, everyone likes Skyrim. Everyone plays Skyrim. But, like, in terms of viewers, Skyrim is not exactly massively popular anymore. So, I know the modding community is where you still get views on Skyrim, you know? That's the way it goes with a lot of games. Like, people might not necessarily be watching it regularly anymore, but they'll watch modded things regularly of said games, you know? That's sort of where the views are. Oh, okay, we're getting shot up now. I say we change class and let's go with the Knight. Let's head over to the Knight. I don't even know what Skyrim is. Wow, do you live in a hole? Are you a gamer? That's shocking to me. I have to go to dinner. I'll be back soon. See you later, Tyler. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by, dude. I see Daily Tactics has moved you out of his basement. Nope, this is still the basement, sir. I wish, dude. I wish. All right, let's see here. The charge. All right. Ooh. There goes the shield. There goes the old shield. I'm gonna try and... Nope. There's a teaser for Star Wars Battlefront 3? No, there isn't. Star Wars Battlefront 3 teaser. I don't see any Star Wars Battlefront 3 teaser. What are you talking about, man? Yeah, I see daily tactics as music. Oh, you already said that. This actually literally is a basement.
Could have went better.
All right. Ow! Quit shooting me, dude. Yikes. All right. How do I dodge, by the way? How does one dodge? I never learned how to do this. I need to kick more, too. Jab is R, but I think also the mouse wheel does that. Block, slash, alt overhead. Click to flourish. Where is dodge? Oh, jump and dodge. Oh, see, space to dodge? Ah. I see. All right. Wait. Oh, look at that. Flourish. Flourish the pinky. All right, that's that. And kick. Okay. Learning the controls after I'm level 7.
Very bad.
Billy, what is your favorite history game? When it comes to gaming, I really don't go for accuracy. So, I mean, like historical games that I've always really loved. Battlefield 1, really fun, even though it's not really historically accurate too much. Let's see, what else? Hearts of Iron 4 is fun. I haven't really played that in a long time, though. Chivalry. Chivalry 2 is really great. Daily, the 300 clothes video was awesome. I loved it. Oh, I'm glad. Really good to hear that. Thank you for watching it. Look at this jabroni. Oh! All right. I don't have kicking down. The kick gave me a case of this is Sparta. Yeah, dude. Totally. Chivalry 1 and Skyrim. I like Chivalry 2 way better than Chivalry 1. It's Chivalry 1, but modern and great. Did I lose connection? What? Am I still streaming? I think my stream's still up. Excuse me? All right. Well then. That's something. I can't believe it. But I'm still streaming. Do they have a spear class? I believe there are spears that you can use. Yeah, I don't have them unlocked though. Yeah, stream's up. Thank you, Target X. Appreciate that.
The slaughter of Coxwell.
It's a cool castle. The slaughter of Coxwell. Alright. Yeah, let's keep going with the knight class here. Look, there's peasants. Imagine 300 knights versus 10,000 peasants. Do you want me to do that in Ubes? I can do that. That could be fun. Oh. Oh. Whoa, you just yoked that at me, huh? Oh, that was my shield. Look at that. That's how you kick, baby. That's how you kick. All right, beautiful. Beautiful. Ooh, that's a lot of people. Oh, did you just throw a chicken? What is happening? All right. Oh my God, these guys suck, dude. Oh, my head just got blown off. How dare you not die in a second with the bow, Daily? I die every time with it. Dude, just dodge. It's so easy. Daily, are you good at this game? I'm like mediocre. Yeah, I'm middle. Well, I just joined this game, but I'm usually like middle of the leaderboard. Not amazing. It's something I've had to get used to, like how to actually play this game. Because I'm so used to playing shooters. Playing anything with melee in it like this is just very bizarre to me. Like last time I played something with the, oh my god, this kind of melee in it was like Skyrim or Chivalry 1. You could throw a lot of things in this game. I know, it's great. It's my favorite thing. You can just pick things up and yote them like a barrel. Like literally, you find an object on the ground, odds are you can kind of throw it, you know? Alright, we'll put away the shield for a second so we can yote this. I missed. That's fine though. Why has this guy got no weapon? I think he yote them all. Ah! Look at that. Oh, come on. Ah! Let's get this archer. Nice job. Nice job. Alright, good, good, good. We keep going. That poor guy got, like, triple teamed there. Ooh. It's hard to time the kicks. The mod is called Invasion of Skyrim Grand Admiral Thrawn. Alright. Invasion of Skyrim Grand Admiral Thrawn. Alright, it is written. Thank you, sir, for the hot tip. Do a flip? How do you do a flip? Can you do a flip in this game? You can amputate every limb. It's kind of wild, dude. This game is kind of wild. Whoa, hey! Like, this is a great game that released this year. Oh my god. Relax, relax. Ah, I dodged right into that. Yikes. Alright. We're still working on burning this here village. Hey, see you later, John Jacobson. Appreciate you stopping by, dude. Alright, 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 alright. Here we go. The stab. Nice one. Follow up. Follow up again? Nope, everyone got in the way. Okay. Here, I'll come around the back here. There we go. Ow. Ooh. How do I always end up in the middle of all of them? It's always in the middle of all of them.
It won't work.
Alright. We're gonna yoke this axe into someone. And it's gonna be epic. We just got a couple takedown points. Nice. We needed those. I'm pretty terrible. Well, well, well. I will in fact take a fish. I love this game. Yeet! I missed with the fish. I missed with the axe. Oh, nice. Oh! Alright, give me my shield, please. Oh! Not great. What's up, Ghost Altantian Daily? Sorry if I butchered your name, my man. Poor Daily. I'm not doing too hot in this game. Not doing too hot at all. I'm getting slaughtered. I want another fish. Where do I get the fish from? Ooh, a bell. Can I ring the bell? No. Bad game design. Dilly, have you ever thought of doing a stream where you get into a VC of Discord and allow viewers to join the chat while you play a game? No. I am not risking that. You're bound to get trolls. You know, I feel like that's a lot, you know? I feel like that's a lot of risk for very little reward. Like you could end up with a ton of trolls, a ton of people saying bad things, you know. I feel like it's too risky for me. I'd definitely be down to play games with viewers, but to join a voice with them, I don't know. If you guys ever like stream sniped me on Overwatch or something, of course I'd talk to you, but Oh. Guys, I am running low on shielding things and whatnot, and who's he, what's it? Nice. Big. Ooh, thank you, friends. Oh! Back him off, back him off. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no, the barrel. Ah! Plant a banner. Plant the banner. I don't know what it does, but plant it. Oh, it heals. Cool.
This is upsetting.
Come on, boys. 49 seconds. We've almost burnt the village. Come on. Ah! Ah. Eh. Come here. Ah, ga, ga, ga. I feel like I did pretty well there. Are the enemies bots? No, they're other players. This is the 32 v 32 one, so they should all be players. People need to support their YouTubers. Shameful. All of you guys are here supporting. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Hey, Olive. Olive's on the ground next to me. One little pat. Hello, Olive. Oh. Dilly, your Roblox group has 31 members now. Epic. How'd you find it? I don't think I announced it to anyone. Unless it's the one Scruffles made. Oh, there you go. Yikes. I'm Strom Shadow from YouTube. What's up, dude? Have you shot 2 people with 1 arrow? I didn't know that was possible. Sounds kind of sick, though. Yeah, we came close there. We came very, very close. 95.5% of the house is burnt. Wow. I found it on your profile when I searched it up. Oh, sick. Very pog. I guess 30 other people did the same. Epic. All right. Fall of Lionspire. We're going back here. Hopefully we don't DC again. Yeah, you keep playing some more tabs? Sure. All right. Here we are. Lionspire. Come on, this game is epic. Hello, new to your channel. What's up, Ruby Zvet? Sorry if I mispronounce. Sadness, no daily emote. If you sub, or if you, I think you can unlock them, can't you? Oh, sorry. Oh man, I'm getting everyone's way here, aren't I? Ooh, nice one. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Ow. Thank you. Someone's going ham. Oh, I ran straight into him. This game is Chivalry 2. Alright, we'll keep it up with the Guardian. Oh, wait. You know what? Let's go with the Officer. I like the Officer better. I do like the shield, but I like the Officers throwing knives. Daily, we need XCOM. I'm just taking a break from XCOM, guys. Bring out Lord Gong. Praise be Lord Gong. Praise be unto him. Heck yeah, dude. My hair's all funky. This is Chivalry 2, guys. Oh my god, I'm missing everything. There we go. There we are. Throw that for good measure. So bad. So bad. Oh, that was mine. Come on, man. Oh, this guy knows how to dodge, so therefore he's probably pretty good. Not good enough, apparently. Oh, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Oh! Hello, Chief. I'm getting double teamed. I don't want dessert. Ah! Run back! Come on. There we go. We ran it back. Okay. Oh, I messed that up. That could have been good. That could have been good, but I totally messed it up. I have to go. I have a finals to study for. Bye. See you later, Ghost. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Appreciate it. Oh, what's up, Jaden? Alright. We must stop the battering rams. There's some gonks. Very nice. I'm back from eating dinner. What's good? How was dinner? Is it yummy? Alright. I'm here to help. There we go. There we go.
What now?
Ooh. Ooh, nice one. Nice. I'm coming in. I'm gonna help, buddy. Ow. That's a lot of enemies. Nice. Whoa! You came out of nowhere. What? May Lord Gonk be with you daily in this war. Thank you. Alright, we gotta respawn. We'll get in there better than ever. I was thinking about getting this game and I turn it on YouTube and I see you playing it. Ah, dude, I highly recommend. Great game. Great game. I'm really enjoying it. Thoroughly. Ah! There we go. I do like how they can deflect projectiles. That's kind of sick. It's a little unrealistic, but like, hey. Whatever. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, come on. Viking man. Oh! Ah! Sag. How's it going, daily? Pretty good, Jeanette. How are you doing? Is it on PS4? I don't know. I actually don't know. Does anyone know? Any knowers in chat? That's kind of cool with the door. What's this game? This is Chivalry 2. What's your thoughts on the new Legend of Zelda game? It looks good. I like it. Well, oh, that's my own teammate. Oh my god, I got confused for a second there. My bad. I'm excited for Breath of the Wild 2. I really liked Breath of the Wild 1. I didn't beat it, but I got pretty far in it. The problem is with those kind of games, I end up getting super distracted and just doing like side quests and like not playing the main story the entire time and trying to like loot and stuff like that. Okay, he really did that to me. I'll commend him for that. That was impressive. But yeah, I get really distracted and I don't complete things. Thanks for the 10 bits, Dragon Stones. I keep the bit limit of 10 cents so that way no one spams 1 penny every time, but I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I might play some Sniper Ghost Warrior contracts. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. Yeah, Breath of the Wild 2 looks dope. I'm not big on completing games. I usually kind of like play a lot and then get burnt out on them. And Zelda's always been a fun series for me to play. But I've only ever beaten Wind Waker. So I don't have a great track record with the game. So I'll probably buy it and then play it for like 50 hours and then never beat it. Probably what will end up happening. But I'm sure it's going to be a great game. I mean, Nintendo's been nailing Zelda out of the park for the past few years. I doubt they get it wrong now. There's a lot of archers over there. Can you ask a YouTuber named Baron Von Games to play Chivalry with you? I love Baron. He's dope. Yeah, maybe one day I can get a collab going with Baron. That'd be fun. Oh, I got moved to Mason? Dude, I can never get through a single game without getting moved. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Lord Gonk has ordered an attack on the First Order. I don't know, man. What if Lord Gonk is a First Order supporter? You never know, dude. You never know. Do I keep my stats? Yes, I do. Okay. Alright. Oh, come on. Don't let him get up. Block. I like how you can just block with this. Yep, got my shield out, buddy. Nice. Oh, that didn't hit. There we go. Ah! There we go. Yeah. Corner him. Nice. Whew. How dare you accuse Lord Gog? Dude, what if the First Order never did anything wrong? Oh, God. I'm working on my World War II history project right now. Cool, dude. Do you know any Roman games on PS4? No, to be honest, I don't. Sorry. Can't think of a single one. Love your content. Thank you, Patricia. It's only $30. Dude, this game slaps. You have a very large log, sir. You are not going to use that log today, ma'am. Alright. I shall use the log. I am the log man. I contain the log. Yeah! I got a kill with the log! Log man. Oh, Jesus. I am the log man. Like Scoob. That was amazing. I'm saving up for a new gaming/drawing computer. Any suggestions? Are you looking for something pre-built? Something you can build yourself? What are you venturing for, buddy? Building your own is fun. I've done it before. It's stressful, but fun, and it takes a long time, but, you know, especially your first time. But if you're looking for drawing, usually a laptop's the way you want to go, I'm guessing. I don't know. Razer laptops are pretty good. I like those. That's what I have. I think Origin has laptops. I don't know if they're great, though. I'm sure they are pretty good. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not that good on laptop or PC building or buying in general.
Who is this Orgon who claims lordship over our lands? Are we to accept this unproven claim to the throne? Malric has given us the chance to make our own nation. Let us affirm our independence from
Log tactics.
right now.
God, I hope someone clipped that, but I don't think anyone did. Where are you going, sir? Come back here. Bad. You have been punished. All right. My due date has been cut for your project, dude. Pog. That's epic. Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. I'm not contributing well. How come Mason always loses? Has anyone ever like noticed that? Mason is always the loser in these games. Prove me wrong. Name one time Agatha has ever lost. Oh my god, someone help me. My cat just scratched my hand. Oh no! EA is evil. EA is fairly evil. Yes, I agree. Hi, Daily. I just bought Men of War on Instant Gaming. Pog, did you use my link? Then you get a good noodle star if you did. Whenever I'm on the team, nice. I just subbed. Thank you, man. No new Star Wars announcements. I know. Big sad. Hopefully we get something soon, though. I'm not anticipating. You know something I've been thinking about lately? Just how weird of a game Star Wars Squadrons was to be released. I think I want to make a video on this, but isn't it weird how Star Wars Squadrons just kind of came into existence? I don't know why I threw my shield when there's a whole horde of people coming my way. Like, EA releases 3 mainline Star Wars games, and that's it, during their entire exclusivity. Star Wars Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront 2, and then Fallen Order, right? 3. And then they release one sideline Star Wars game in Star Wars Squadrons. 1? Out of their entire, like, decade of exclusivity or whatever. They managed to release one side series game that isn't like a mainline Star Wars style game. Like, are you kidding me? One? Not to mention a game that is super niche. I mean, it's a great game. It's well made. Surprisingly, no like crazy bad microtransactions or anything like that coming from EA. But it's super niche, you know? It's a fighter game, a dogfighting game that has like an audience of like 1% of the Star Wars audience that would actually play it. It's such a bizarre phenomenon to me that Star Wars Squadrons was ever released. Oh, sorry. My team took down right there. Like, it's especially weird to me considering the fact I got downed. That they just didn't release that much. They just all of a sudden popped out Squadrons. It was so weird. E3 was an outrage. I agree. I don't really like Squadrons also. Yeah, I can appreciate it for what it is, but it's just not my type of game. And I feel like a lot of people feel that way about it, you know? It's the type of game where, you know, you can respect that it's well made, but the mass majority of audiences would much rather have a first-person shooter game. Alright, this guy's just AFK or something. I still didn't kill him. His friends were all on me. Normally it's like, you know, most people would rather have a single-player story adventure game, a first-person shooter Star Wars game, heck, even a strategy Star Wars game like Empire at War 2 or something like that would be way more popular than a dogfighting Star Wars game. But that's what they decided to go with. It just seems weird to me. Don't you think? Like, I don't know. Like, I can appreciate that they did it. I think it's awesome that they did it. And the fans that, you know, ended up really loving this game, I'm glad they got the game. But, again, it's just a weird one to me. It's just a very, very weird game. I don't know. I don't know. Which you like better, Star Wars or Minecraft? Two totally different experiences. I'm not going to choose between the two. I think they're both great. Squadrons is not fun. Not for me. I mean, I think for people who are really, really, really into that kind of game, it's fun. You know, it's a fun game if you're into that kind of game. But for your average Joe, I don't think it's that fun. Dilly, what's your net worth? Honestly, I just don't feel comfortable talking to people like that. But if you look on Google and you Google Daily Tactics net worth, it is substantially less than they claim. It is substantially less than Google claims it is. I didn't realize there was another dude left. Dilly, did you know you could pick up things and throw them? I know. See? Boom! Shielded. You're looking at the log master, dude. King of log kills. You know what? Here. Have another throw kill. I didn't get any hit on that. Oh! He came out of nowhere. Daily Texas is an American YouTuber channel with a net worth of $322,000 as of May 2021. This is what Google says. It is inaccurate. I wish I had that much money. What is the best thing you have done with your life? Purchased a PSA 6 Excellent to Mint First Edition Shadowless Charizard. That's my net worth right there. Good day, Daily. What's up, what's me, James? How you doing, dude? Hello, sir. He's AFK. I throw shield! No! Ow! Someone was behind me. Daily, do you watch Bad Batch? What's your opinion on it? I've only seen episode 1. I want to watch more. Gonk Lord, thanks for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is my prized Pokemon possession. This is always on display on my desk. Always. Infinitely. I flex it whenever possible. Always flexing, boys. Come here, Agatha. Come here. Look at these two. Fighting for their lives like a bunch of jabronis. Eat a shield. 10 left. Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh, that's a lot of Agatha on me. Ow. Not good. Oh, I got him down in the last... I punched him down. Bad Batch kind of gets boring, but the episodes with the sisters sucks. Is that the same sisters in the last season of the Clone Wars? I hated that episode arc. Those 3 episodes were a complete waste of time. And Disney Plus owes me money for them. I swear. Should I get the Avengers video game? Do you have it? I don't have it, but I've heard it's not great. Which is better, Star Wars or Minecraft? You already asked me that. The Martez sisters. I hate them. They're so boring. Completely ruined that Ahsoka arc. Alright, guys, let's try out a different game. Let's do... I don't know. What game do you guys want to see? There's actually something I wanted to watch. I wanted to watch Wall Street Bets versus Wall Street. There's a funny video recommended. Let's see. Wall Street Bets versus Wall Street by Jubilee. Alright, you guys want to watch this with me? Wall Street Bets versus Wall Street. Alright, we'll open up the game capture. Or the display capture, rather. Alright. This is
Those
Wall Street
emotions,
Bets versus
they were
Wall
put on
Street.
hold by time,
This might be too
by
loud.
careers being built.
Hey, good humans. Jason from Jubilee
Hey,
here
Jason.
at the Jubilee office. I just
I'm
wanted
gonna
to
skip to the intro.
So I can't repeat, Ben, I love what you represent. I love it. But the fact of the matter is, like, your altruism doesn't actually hit the masses.
In January 2021, members of Reddit forum Wall Street Bets invested in shorted stocks on a mass level, thereby raising the prices and causing alarm
Large
throughout Wall Street.
institutional investors have lost tens of millions of dollars.
The assumption that the Reddit crowd were idiots is incorrect.
Why do you think this is important, what's happening?
There's an enormous sort of crowd.
Dude, that's me! Ben! Alright, since Ben is up, let me give my opinion on this. I think it was awesome. I honestly think Wall Street has been very corporatized for a very long time. And I think that a lot of people who place, you know, most of their money into the stock market, at least in the past, most of those people were already millionaires and billionaires and things like that. And it was never taken advantage of by the lower middle class as well as poor people. And so I think this tonal shift of the stock market being for everyone as opposed to the upper class due to Wall Street Bets' involvement in GME is fantastic. I think it is a great thing. And I think it's sort of a transfer of wealth almost, in the fact that people are more likely to invest now than ever before. It's something that higher up people, you know, your Bill Gateses of the world, not really him, I guess. He's never really been like that, but like Bernie Madoff, I guess, or whatever. Those people have always said, you know, why don't you just invest your money? Well, now people are doing it. And I think that is purely sparked by things like Dogecoin and Wall Street Bets. I think it's a fantastic thing. I think people realizing that they need to make their money work for them is a big thing, and I'm glad that people finally figured it out. And I think the butthurt Wall Street people, that they're no longer the ones gaining the systems, is great. It's a beautiful thing.
Outsourced effort to identify forms of corruption.
In this case, it's not really sticking it to the man. It's ill-informed discussions that are being had, creating risk.
This is not going to end well when it ends, and it will end
I
very
remember
badly
this guy.
for the public.
He's like a
Shouldn't be just
little butthurt
willy-nilly
crying baby.
distributing that to the four corners of the wind because somebody at their barbershop told them that they were going to make $1 million off of GameStop.
I think there's an assumption there that we aren't as astute just because we don't have whatever quote-unquote certification you want to give someone.
I'm always curious
Okay.
how people...
So that guy on Wall Street Bets is kind of got the wrong representation of what Wall Street Bets always was. Wall Street Bets, they called themselves the R word. I'm not going to say it here in case I offend someone or whatever, but I think you guys know what word I'm talking about. But basically, that sort of stigma behind Wall Street Bets was that they're all a bunch of idiots placing horrible bets in Wall Street, like a bunch of apes and baboons doing stupid stuff with their money. And so that guy right there going, oh, well, maybe we're not so ill-informed. That's the wrong spirit of what Wall Street Bets always was. Wall Street Bets people, usually 10% of their portfolio is thrown into garbage stocks that they do for memes, like what GameStop once was and Nokia once was and things like that. Stupid stocks. And that's why they invested in those, because they knew they were stupid stocks. The other 90% of their investments were probably good, or they're in mutual funds or IRAs, things like that. But what you did on Wall Street Bets was being stupid with your money. That was the point of it, you know?
People buy into systems broadly, especially systems like Wall Street Bets, which is so based in things like racism and ableism.
But there's also some people that are doing very interesting deep dive financial evaluations. So to kind of put everyone in one basket, I feel like is a little unfair.
The surrounding message is so much more
Suck my nuts, Robin Hood.
more important than the money that I could be putting in my pocket right now. So I'm still holding diamond hands.
We brought Wall Street and Wall Street Bets members together to discuss meme stocks and who would have specific financial tools and resources. Flappy Bird stocks? Yes. Dude, I'd buy Flappy Bird.
I started my career at Goldman Sachs before moving to an alts firm in LA.
How's it going, everyone? I'm Danny. I worked in finance. I'm also been an entrepreneur for the past 10 years.
My name is Mike. I am the CSO of a CPG startup.
Hey guys, my name is Ramneek. I'm a registered investment advisor and real estate broker.
Hey guys, my name is Zach. I'm in the medical device sales space, and I also host a podcast called DIY Wealth.
My name's Ben. I'm the proud owner
Ben.
of several shares of GameStop, and I'm hodling until the squeezes squoze.
Hodl, baby. This guy gets it. Ben gets it.
I have invested.
This is boring. You don't have to watch.
Come forward if you agree.
I did invest in some meme stocks. I made a lot of money in Dogecoin, but then
It might be a little obvious.
I
why
lost
we
some money in
invested the
GameStop
meme
and I
stock,
lost
but
some money in
I
AMC.
definitely want to hear why you did.
Yeah, I think if you think about meme in a different way, right? So like I've invested in stocks that were like memes on my desk. Yeah, like I know this isn't going anywhere, like this is kind of a joke. I own some like random B2C companies that like I would consider like this is like a joke, a meme stock. Nothing quite to this level.
Things
They're
do
fun.
trade on
They're fun to
social
own.
sentiment now. If you got a
Don't put your
couple-
life
couple
savings
bucks
into them, but if you got some money to spare, sure.
that you're willing to go broke on and watch it drive all the way down to zero, why not? You know, throw the dice on a couple of these where, you know, Elon Musk says something and they just launch.
I think that's like something that I have qualms with in the market as a whole right now. Like if you're treating a little bit of your portfolio like that now, even if you have the overall sentiment like market goes up, like stocks go burr, you have to still be able to have that mindset of like this theoretically like worst case scenario could go to zero.
As far
Yeah.
as meme
stocks could
go,
always go to zero.
I'm drawn to nailing naked short sellers. That's my whole agenda.
Naked short selling, the illegal practice of short selling shares that have not been affirmatively determined to exist. Ordinarily, traders must borrow a stock or determine that it can be borrowed before they sell it to
Agenda
short.
here. So
Stick to the man.
Can we invest
I
in your
don't-
channel? No.
It's just insane to me.
I
that
own
for 4
100%
decades, the
of
SEC
Daily Productions Incorporated.
has failed to get control of naked short selling as an illegal practice. So the only meme stocks I'm interested in buying are the short squeeze stocks, like
Okay.
GameStop and AMC.
Do you have any-
So his is not a pure meme stock portfolio. He doesn't buy them to YOLO it. He buys them because he wants to stick it to the man, which some could say is not a purely meme stock, but it is what it is.
This is like a spite investment.
I only have GameStop right now.
Yeah,
It's a
they are spite
investment,
investments.
absolutely.
But that's okay. I'm okay with spiting those people.
One of the things that Ben said.
I think shorting things is kind of scummy. I don't like that practice exists in the stock market. Yo, Raz Carter, thanks for the follow on Twitch.
Is the idea that you're doing this to stick it to the man. I love the sentiment. I love what you want to accomplish. But the thing that I kind of would push back with is the fact that the man is also winning.
I agree with you that there's going to be big guy firms that profit off of the GameStop phenomenon.
Oh,
But
definitely.
I
mean, that's the problem with. It's not even a problem. That's the thing with Wall Street, is that, you know, whoever's invested is winning. There's a quality in the stock market in that anyone can buy into anything at any time. Well, there used to be that until Robinhood stepped in. But it's sort of one of those things where, you know, the big guy can also own GameStop, but it's more about this guy wants to screw over the people who are shorting stocks and trying to screw other people over and screw companies over and things like that than actually like sticking it to every big corporation ever that owns GameStop stock or whatever. I don't know.
As long as at least one naked short seller gets their comeuppance, I feel accomplished.
Well, and at the end of the day, too, on the forum, like there were individuals that were pulling out and saying, because of this money that came into my world, I was able to pay for cancer treatment for my mother and things like that.
That is beautiful that that did happen. But what's happening now is people are buying in at the peaks. People aren't always in on the meme when it starts. That's when you need to be in on the meme. Is when it starts to make the money. Like, I only made money on Dogecoin because I bought it day one at 0.014 cents. Or sorry, 1.4 cents is when I bought in at. Yeah. So you need to be in early to actually profit. But now people are putting their life savings because they think it's easy money into GameStop when it's at $300, $400, and then next week it plummets to $200, and they lose half of their life savings. People aren't understanding that investing is always going to be a risk. There's no sure thing in investing.
Yeah. But what about the people who are dying of like crazy losses? I feel like for every meme millionaire that Wall Street Bets makes,
I'm not talking about even millionaires though, just.
But it's non-verified, non-backed up information. I mean, granted, Reddit has their thumbs up platform, and the anonymity that they provide their users does provide a level of access and freedom. But you're still receiving information that has not been verified, that doesn't necessarily have the analytics to back it up.
So why does WebMD exist then? You're not going to a doctor, you're not verifying anything right now, but you're going and doing your own due diligence on why you might be sick or how you're feeling.
Of course, but you're doing it on actual factual information, diseases, anatomy, physiology, and you're not doing it.
So here's the thing that I think the Wall Street people need to understand, because Wall Street people have always had a bit of a stick up their butt about this, is that people can do whatever the hell they want with their own money. It's their money. It's not your job to police them on what to do. If they want to screw it all up and lose every penny of it, that's their prerogative. You know, it's up to them on how they want to actually do things. That's the God-given truth right there, you know? And I don't think people should ever be like, people just don't get what they're doing, you know? We have to stop them from doing this. No, it is people's free choice to participate in the market if they want to. You shouldn't be able to like dictate, no, you shouldn't participate in the market because you don't get it. You know, you're going to lose your money. I'm sorry, I have to baby you. Like, if you participate in the market, you're a grown adult and you should treat your money as it is. Money. It's your money. You're an adult. Do with it what you please.
Based upon an artificially inflated market that can be influenced by so many different realms.
Right, but one of the things is with the Reddit forum, to me, it's just theory crafting. It's just people theory crafting their own due diligence and putting their opinion behind it. If someone takes that seriously and executes against it, the risk is on them to do that.
Yes, it is on them to do that. I agree completely. They're, you know, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. 100%.
This space here, I agree with you. But do you think your average consumer that's out there that is investing based upon this movement is doing that same due diligence, that has that same information?
Absolutely not. But at what point is it fair for me to be hindered on my acquiring of knowledge because someone else is choosing to be stupid, careless, and ignorant?
There's a certain
we got an ad, boys. We got an ad, boys.
That will help you grow.
There we go.
Wall Street Bets is a movement.
I would say to a degree it's a movement. I'd say for the most part it's a meme and a get-rich-quick scheme to a degree as well. But I think it is putting more power to the people, and I think that's a cool thing.
As is sort of my agenda here, I think Wall Street Bets is an incredible movement for raising awareness about a litany of unfair practices at the highest levels
My dog's
of
staring at me while we're watching.
the stock market. Number one, this whole GameStop thing started because of an illegal practice called naked short selling. I would say it's also a movement of crowdsourcing this enormous amount of investment knowledge and distributing it to an enormous pool of, there's 10 million subscribers now.
Do you think the 10 million actually get that knowledge?
No, not all of them, but
I don't think 1% of them do. That's kind of my whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Like, I can't repeat, Ben, I love what you represent. I love it.
Okay. I don't know about you, chat, but
I believe Wall Street Bets is a movement.
I don't like this guy. I think he's super condescending and super, like, it feels like he is above other people. I don't know.
Kind of like Nazism and communism and all these other bad
Oh,
movements.
good.
I think it's a
Wait,
terrible
those are-
movement. Yeah.
Whoa. Nazism and
No, I mean-
communism. I have a lot of qualms with being put in one bucket.
We had more of a positive connotation with the movement. You drug it all the way over to another
sorry.
extreme.
Let me be completely candid. I was being facetious. I
Okay,
don't think it's
all
that
right,
bad.
fair
I don't think it's
enough.
that bad. I'm not okay with the fact that the main losers aren't the guys you're trying to like screw out of this like terrible, unethical
well,
practices.
Melvin Capital lost, what,
But they immediately got bailed out by
$49
Citadel.
And how many more giant conglomerates?
See, that's the thing. At the heart, the movement is trying to take down these horrible, shorting companies, but they keep getting bailed out. Stop bailing out multi-billion-dollar companies. If you play the stock market, whether you're a billion-dollar company or a little grandpa with $1,000 to spend, don't bail anyone out. Or if you choose to bail someone out, don't bail out the multi-billion-dollar corporation. No one cares about them. Bail out the grandpa. It's idiotic.
Firms made bazillions of dollars while my good friends lost $1,000 here, $10,000 here. I don't want people like you guys, like us, losing money.
So I guess on a scale though, so you have this forum.
But it's their
where
money
people
to
go
lose.
around and pitch around decent ideas, whether great due diligence or absolutely none was done. And then you have
Someone in chat is
remember
just
a
putting the
couple years ago,
alphabet.
Wells Fargo
Appreciate
created
the
fake
hustle.
accounts. Like
terrible.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Why is there so much laser focus?
The Wells Fargo account fraud scandal is a controversy brought about by the creation of millions of fraudulent savings and checkings account on behalf of Wells Fargo clients without their consent.
Focus on
I never knew about
accountability
that.
on this, ragtag crew of
Whack it.
forums, and absolutely nothing changed on the Wells Fargo.
I'm there with
spectrum.
you.
What's happening here is we're conflating two different things. Reddit is a forum and a platform that's aggregating sentiment. It is not one thing. Like a hedge fund with one goal is to make money off some niche is one thing.
Niche.
Reddit is just a collection of lots of different sentiments. Now, is that a movement in itself? No. Has it created byproducts
Blue
that
shirt
are
guy was
exposing
fifth grade
things
teacher
that are
defending
maybe
bullies.
not in the investor's interest? I would say yes. And then another thing is Robinhood. Like, they're one of the genius of Robinhood has been they've gamified investing. And it's played into a narrative that isn't true, which people already have an inclination to interpret investing as gambling. And that's not what investing is about.
Right.
Okay. No matter if you're the biggest of the big or the smallest of the small investor, to some degree, investing is always going to be gambling. It's a gamble. It's an educated gamble sometimes, but at the end of the day, in my opinion, it is always gambling if you're playing the stock market. There's safe gambles and there's risky gambles, but it's gambling all the same.
Right?
No, so I agree with you.
Exactly.
I agree
And
with you.
you know what? I 100% agree with you there. But if you look at what's going on,
When is
the
ear
amount of
licking
risk that
ASMR?
we
That's
have
later.
Created
Later in the stream.
just by these movements and allowing this type of influence to be made within our financial space, we don't even understand the repercussions of that.
But at the end of the day,
I think
the
that's-
underlying thing is earnings per share, revenue, how much money you can make. And come hell or high water, that's the game of the capitalistic free market systems.
But if it leads to the downfall and bankruptcy of companies or institutional investors and companies falling out, going into bankruptcy, what type of instability does that create within not only our local economic environment, but on a global scale.
Are you
So this is a bit of a weird argument to make, I feel like, because the exact same argument could potentially be made about what about the economic ruin of the lower class and middle class. The fact that the Wall Street people are only concerned about corporations having economic fallout and the trickle down of that, which trickle economics has been disproven multiple times throughout history. It's just a weird argument to bring up that, well, what happens if all these, large financial institutions fail? Then the economic ruin will be unreal. What about the economic ruin of the lower class and middle class? I mean, I feel like that should be a far greater worry. Yes, a lot of these institutions, own, a lot of lower and middle class people have bank accounts and stock brokerage accounts within these institutions and things like that. And yes, that would be horrible. However, the system is right now completely pivoted in the favor of these corporations. So there's no way to actually turn the system around for the lower class without some sort of change in that, some sort of catalyst to make something happen. And if it is screwing with the system to fuck with some random shorting company, I don't know, man. It's fine. I don't know.
actually concerned that could happen?
Is this stream sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends? I wish, dude.
American?
No, not for the average American, but I think the average American who is taking their stimulus package and investing it into GameStop and realistically doesn't have the funds to be genuinely investing, and they need to be building those capital assets. I think that's more what's at risk in this movement. And
that's their choice. I'm sorry, but that's their choice. If there's some idiot that wants to do that, do it. Who are you to tell them what to do with their money? I took a political compass test today. Who are you?
The economic fallout.
Alt-right?
This is like a huge question. Like, how much money was donated to the Fosse Gorilla Fund? Do you know, like, approximately?
Oh, I mean,
not to, like, put you on the spot, because you're sure.
I believe it was in the millions, not in the thousands.
Like, I would even argue, like, that donation alone, like, as someone who doesn't really like Wall Street Bets as a space, I would even argue, like, that alone.
Slight right, slight libertarian.
Was a movement of itself.
All right, we're gonna do that
not
after
like a
this.
Big, like, not like, oh, like Occupy Wall Street, not Black Lives Matter, nothing like that. But like, the fact is that people did turn around and were like, hey, like, we said this is something that we're doing for good, and like, here's a direct impact. The racial undertones and like ableism, I think, is a little iffy, and like Wall Street Bets pioneering gorillas as their mascot, I think, leads to a lot of icky moments.
What?
Someone who left Wall Street because someone black was called a gorilla. I think it's a lot of fun.
Oh, wow.
Full circle moment. But like, I think even that you can be like, yeah, like there's underlying, we want to do good as a movement.
Spam Among Us in chat? All right, let's see it, boys.
All investors should have
politicalcompass.org/test.
tools and resources.
What was the question? All investors should have access to the same types of tools and resources.
I wish
I agree.
I had the same information as those Congress people who...
Oh yeah, who pulled out right before COVID hit.
And sold all their stocks right before Trump announced the pandemic.
Yeah, that was awful.
Politics, political structure, level of information based upon national security, kind of hard to exchange when you're working within a government agency. If they made those moves.
That's fair. That's a fair point. However, it should be, well, it is illegal what those senators had done, and they should be held accountable for it. Want to join me in Discord? Sure, Eric. I'm being a React Andy here. Yo, Gonklord, thanks for subbing on Twitch, dude, with his Prime. Can we get some pogs in chat, boys? You're offline, Eric.
We can talk about the ethics of that later. The same information that your trading houses had was the same information that was out there to the individual investor at that time.
Possibly.
I don't think I
That's not
disagree
true.
with that.
There was a
I
private
wholeheartedly
Senate
believe in
meeting
reality. We live in a
before that.
plutocracy right now. Do you know what a plutocracy is?
I do.
So
I don't know what that is.
The government
A society that is ruled or controlled by people of great wealth or income.
is controlled for and manipulated and used for
Yeah,
by
like
the
Discord
wealthy.
leak,
So
epic.
I think there is a level of green privilege and plutocracy, and with having lots of money and power, there is certain information that's streamlined to people in higher positions than your average person. Therefore, all of the tools aren't being given to everyone
Okay,
equally on a playing
got you.
field.
When it comes to what the institutional houses realistically have, when it comes to the information, the analytics, and the actual statistics that are out there and available, they are available to the general public.
Well, you say that, but then Enron would literally make calls to Wall Street and tell them to do blackouts in California, and they would manipulate the stock price, and then they would short it and buy it when it would dump it, when it would tank and go up. How can you sit there and go, that's an equal level of information being given to everyone?
Is that information? But is that information or ethics? It's essentially the same thing when you go to the doctor. Okay, everything that he knows is accessible online to you. You can research it, you can WebMD it, you can actually buy the same medical books that he was there.
Correct.
Okay, at the end of the day, it's a matter of whether you're going to go in there and do the work.
But at the end of the day, it also matters about the timeline. If I take the time to do the due diligence, even though he has all that information, and it's the difference between getting the proper cancer treatment 2 weeks down the road or immediately, that's vital information that that person needed to know in order to get the treatment.
Exactly.
Trading is...
So you're highlighting that a subject matter expert should realistically have more access to the information in a more time-efficient manner than a layman.
I suppose. I mean, he makes a good argument, but I would say that the problem with that is definitely, like he said, in ethics. Fundamentally, that system is flawed given the fact that you're using terms like layman in there. I think that is a fundamentally skewed ethical situation in which the system is geared so that only people who are educated or in a high enough position in the system to have other educated people telling them what to do can actually gain the system. And that the laymen, which is 99% of the population in the United States, are just shit out of luck at that point. I think that fundamentally the system is flawed, though he's correct in what he's saying to a degree. I also still believe that people are still getting information in closed-door meetings, and there's a lot of insider trading going on in Wall Street, despite it being illegal, and despite the SEC being the watchdogs of Wall Street. I still think countless, funds and Wall Street people get away with this. Not to mention, I think the Senate meeting before COVID was still scummy. Despite people being able to make perhaps educated guesses that a pandemic was on the way of this scale, the fact that senators were told by Trump in a closed-door meeting that he was going to be announcing that this is in fact a pandemic the following day and that we're shutting down parts of the nation and things like that to try and prevent it from further spreading, I think that's the problem here. It's not that people could make educated guesses that this was coming, it's that these people were explicitly told that the president is going to be making this announcement tomorrow, and for them, it's putting one and one together that the stock market is going to plummet. And for other people, it's having to put one and one and one and one and one and one and one together in order to get to that same conclusion because they weren't just directly told by Trump.
Well, it's not time efficient. They just took the time to do it.
I see how you're positioning that, but at the end of the day, if you're someone that has
really
enough
don't like
knowledge
that
to
snide
utilize
grin.
the
That's so
should
douchey.
realistically have more access to the information in a more time-efficient manner than a layman.
Well, it's not time efficient. They just took the time to do it.
I see how you're positioning
this.
that, but at the end of the day, if you're someone
that's
that
so
has
slimy.
enough knowledge to utilize the information just as efficiently, why do I have to wait because you have a certification or because you have a doctorate or because you have higher education?
For the same reason you can't fly a plane. You're not qualified, you didn't do the work, you're not there.
That's fine, but would you agree there's very terrible pilots and there's very good pilots?
Of course, there are, but they're all qualified,
So
they're all
all of-
certified, and they've all done the work to get there.
So are we not qualified to get information that could save us millions of dollars, but only qualified people, aka senators, are qualified to save themselves millions of dollars?
As per usual, I have so much to say.
I was about to say, I could feel
per
you.
usual.
I could feel you over there.
Thank you. People do have equal access to information, and like I'm not against equitable information. I actually think that's like where I did agree. I don't agree that everyone should have the same tools.
Why not?
Same.
As someone who's like traded on a lot of those platforms, I don't think the average investor like needs to be making $1 million PARS deals. And like if that platform is free, like people can't do that.
There's a degree of responsibility that we, being a little bit more informed, having more insight into the process, should take to protect our fellow man who doesn't have that same level of information, that same...
It's that same protectorate argument that he's making all over again. You're too little, you're too small, you can't handle the risk, let me do it for you. I don't like that. I just think that's so scuzzy.
Level of knowledge. Because my concern is that the information that's being pushed is barbershop information.
Right.
And we're pushing that as if it were legitimate, verified,
Blue guy
valuable
being
information.
high.
In some cases, it's extremely well thought out research. In some cases.
Sure, absolutely.
Stream blacked out
But
for a couple
it's just
seconds for me?
dangerous.
Uh-oh.
I
It's
know
okay.
people, personally. Like my family has lost quite a bit of money because of barbershop information. If our approach is let's just deregulate everything, not care about who gets hurt, then a lot of people who don't have the same privilege of information and knowledge aren't going to approach it properly and ethically.
So the problem is they only want deregulation for themselves. They want regulation on everyone else except for Wall Street itself.
Intelligently.
And so to the flip side of your coin, I come from a very
Bro,
fragmented
blue shirt
familial
dude destroying my
situation.
vibe.
My
You
mother
really
and
don't
my
like blue
father,
shirt
they'll
dude,
probably
dude.
have to work until they die because they didn't fundamentally understand financial concepts to leverage themselves into...
That's the other thing. All this talk about like, oh, you're just getting your information from like barbershop sources, which essentially means like word on the street, that kind of a thing. But simultaneously, these experts aren't giving people the information. You know, they're keeping it for themselves. They're not sharing this information with the layman's. They're saying, oh, laymen shouldn't do this, but they're also not going to share their trade secrets with the layman's to help them. You know, the most they'll do is let you join a mutual fund that they've set up so they get a cut, you know?
A situation where they reach early retirement or financial freedom or whatever, but because there has been a huge amount of information made available to me and I have actively made those choices, whether I find it through Wall Street Bets or wherever else, I've put myself in a very empowered position in order to achieve the end goal of an earlier retirement or financial
Experts
freedom.
share their information in universities and colleges. Well, that's fair, but they only share that information if you go to study, become a businessman like this. You know, not everyone has the same equal opportunity to go to university or things like that. Or for people like me, I handle my money very well with my investments. However, I don't have the same information that these people do. What I do is I have to do my own information on what I should invest in and things along those lines, yet I'm still regulated. I consider myself fairly up to speed on what I should be investing in at this stage in my life, but despite that, they still want to restrict me, and because they went to school for this, they want to have deregulation for themselves. So it's a matter of gatekeeping, I suppose.
To take away the opportunity at all. We're looking to just make sure people know what they're getting into. And I know, like,
why can't you go to university and study for a business degree?
If they get involved in
well, that's fair.
Doing it correctly.
However,
precautions.
If you do that, you know, you gathered that information from those experts. But for the other 99.9% of the population that didn't go for an investing degree in a business school in the U.S. nation, then, you know, are you just shit out of luck for investing your money in the stock market? Do you just have to succumb to, you know, the burden of inflation on your money? You know, what stops you from getting into a university? Yes, money, time, you know,
all throughout society,
familial like ancestry. The university system is horrifically biased.
Whether it's
all right, Eric, I'll join after this video.
Exactly the best example, but like driver's licenses, you know, like people buy
You can
cigarettes
go to
at the
Google
store.
Scholar.
Still happen,
So would you
know,
say
and
Google
gun
Scholar is
violence
the
still
same
happens.
But we still have
education level as
precautions.
Harvard
We have
Business
tools
School?
to protect those people.
But at the end of the day, can you go represent yourself when you purchase your home? Do you have to have a real estate agent?
No.
No, but like, you don't have
So
to have a real
why are we putting such a focus and emphasis on
YouTube has
you
lectures
have
from
to
the
be
best
this
universities in the
professional
world.
to use X, Y, Z?
That's
But,
true.
I've never heard of.
But that's what they're saying, is that you have to be a professional to use X, Y, and Z. So they would not consider you a professional if you went and looked at some lectures online. What they want to do is deregulate everyone who doesn't have a business degree from Harvard or things like that, or is a part of Wall Street. They only want people to invest if they have those, and other than that, they want the layman's, as they term them, to basically succumb to what they say they should do with their money, join mutual funds, things like that. They don't want to give them the same resources, the same information, unless they have that degree.
Someone like representing themselves in court and everyone being like, that is a great.
I'm a
Right,
professional.
and that's a good example. I statistically, would I represent myself in court? No. But do I have the
You don't
option
need to be a professional?
Yes.
True, in a free market you don't.
what
You
I
have
want.
the
But
option to
what
be
they're
in the system.
arguing
Like, we're
for
not saying that that's not
is
true.
that they don't think that
But,
these
like,
people
there is
should be
things that
considered
come with being
professionals,
licensed
and they
being a
think they should
professional in
restrict
a
them.
space.
So you're arguing sort of a different point than what they're making. What they're trying to say is they only want professionals to be able to be involved in the market, whereas these people are saying it's a free market, anyone should be able to do whatever the hell they want, which is what I agree with. So
Is a legitimate and fair practice.
Guys, look at us. Being
I genuinely don't know on this one. I don't know.
Well,
I was trying to think of an
Certain
example
professions
where
need
it would be
regulation to ensure
considered
the quality of
not
service and
Right.
the
a fair
protection of
practice.
consumers.
It's
Sure. Yeah, you can argue that. Absolutely. I don't want a doctor cutting into me if he's only gone to a day of medical school. Of course not. You know? However, if you want to invest your money however you like as someone who is not a professional stockbroker, you should have every right to do that because it's your money and you don't need a professional's help to do that. You shouldn't have regulation against you because you're not a professional in order to invest your money.
different than going out into nature and watching something that's sick and dying get eaten by lions. Like,
If you don't protect consumers, they'll be exploited by the market. To a degree, yes. I would agree with that to a degree, that yes, I mean, the market will manipulate consumers to the nth degree, in fact. You know, running manipulative ads on people. You know, if you look at things like internet companies, they exploit consumers horribly. It's awful. But when it comes to the market, I think what they call protection here is truly the limitation of a free market. What Robinhood did, shutting down people's ability to trade, was taking away people's right to the free market and leaving it only to the elites to gain money from. Not being able to sell or buy GameStop stock during this thing was manipulation of the market, so it saves the elites, but screws over the consumers. I think regulation in this instance is more about screwing over consumers than helping consumers. I'd say I'm more pro-consumer than most people, but in this instance, I'm pro-consumer having the right to do with their money whatever they please. It's their money. They shouldn't be restricted on how they want to use it in the stock market. If consumers in the stock market want to put all of their money into GameStop and lose 3/4 of it in a day, that's their prerogative. If they're dumb enough to do that, they should be allowed to do that. They should be considered adults, which is what they are to legally trade in the stock market. They should have that sort of brain capacity to understand that this is a gamble, this is a risk. A broad term used to define too many things which people can't be bothered or don't have enough to explain. What is? The notion of elites, etc. is an illusion. A broad term used to define too many things. Elites in this instance, I'm talking about Wall Street. I'm talking about large stock brokerages, large banks, people who are shorting these stocks, who have the ability to short these stocks for billions of dollars and manipulate the market in that regard. The problem right now is basically freedom. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. people are individuals. Well, yes, that is a fact. Even Wall Street bankers. See, the problem with Wall Street bankers is that they're getting this inside information. They're getting the information and being able to manipulate the market, telling Robinhood to shut down trading because they have that influence over Robinhood. The layman, as they put it, doesn't have the ability to shut down trading at Robinhood at any point in time. It's just not possible for them. They don't hold enough power. They're not an elite in order to do that. And yes, a Wall Street banker might be an individual. However, they have this large corporation or bank funding them / supporting them. If you look at all of the big firms that ended up losing billions of dollars shorting these Wall Street bets, GameStop short breakings and things like that, those people ended up getting bailed out for those billions of dollars by other banks as well as by the government. The individual, the consumer in this case, they are not getting bailed out for any losses they make in the stock market. The only people who get bailed out in the stock market are these billion-dollar corporations and things like that. That's where the elite status comes from, is the fact that you have access to these bailouts while a smaller person doesn't. Investment is gambling no matter what language, 100%. But the problem is that the elites aren't really gambling their money if they'll get bailed out. The individuals and the consumers who are investing their money, the layman's, they have no chance of a bailout. So it's really a gamble for them. Meanwhile, for the elites, they have the opportunity to get all their money back if they make a mistake. So is it really a gamble for one if the other, can't recover? If you dabble in gambling in that manner, then you're responsible for being aware. I agree 100%. That's why it's a free market. That's why people should be able to gamble their money away. It just needs to be an even playing field. I feel like you're arguing nothing right now.
That's just part of the process.
But I think naked short selling has been restricted since 2014 or something. So that's kind of out of the market.
If you're gonna call it naked shorts, I think you have to call it a lot of other Wall Street practices.
Yeah,
And I
big
think a lot
Wall
of
Street
these things
guys do
are,
have a big safety net.
Yes, let's do
You're
that.
absolutely not wrong.
as you should be doing, but I think to be
People
it's
who
just
are
naked
adults
shorts. We've
should have the
identified,
brain
the
capacity to
issue,
think
and
they
it's
can
That's the
invest in
hard
this, but I shouldn't put
look,
every cent into it.
no,
100%.
A lot of the outrage
You shouldn't invest all your
was,
money into risky things. It's
generated
a bad
by
idea.
this feeling that predatory short sellers were trying to put GameStop out of business prior to the time when it would naturally die. When predatory short sellers engage in naked short selling to put a company out of business, there's nothing natural like a lion killing a deer about that. That is.
But they're not going after companies like Amazon.
Right,
they're going
But
after
they
companies
go-
that clearly the fundamentals are looking a little shaky.
GameStop is a
GameStop
brick and mortar retail video game seller.
People on Reddit see the future of GameStop very much as a new company, as a company with a new vision that will
Why?
be
Safety
modeled
nets are not
after
there to protect the
Chewy,
individual. They're there to protect
and
the
will be
economic
more,
system.
Internet.
I mean, to a degree. A lot of these corporations are not necessities towards this economic system that we have. And one would argue that the purpose of the economic system is to help the majority of individuals. However, right now the economic system is to help the 1% in the world and to make sure that they don't lose money. So the economic system itself is not even in the slightest.
Based and less brick and mortar based.
Right, but why? I just don't think that many people have enough understanding even to be doing this remotely responsibly.
Okay, so here's the thing. I think the people on the left, the Wall Street people, are just butthurt over the Wall Street Bets people being able to do what they did. I think they're just a little bit butthurt. No, the economic system is not there for that. It's to protect the system of supply and demand. So, at its core, what is the system of supply and demand for? It's to help the individual. Society as a whole and government as a whole is to protect people. As John Locke said, life, liberty, and property. It's for the individual to be able to sustain themselves, to protect those individuals and things like that. It's not meant to protect the 1% elite. Society and government exist to make life better for the small people at the bottom of it. It's not to make the rich richer, but that's what it's become. It's there to protect the individual from starvation. Yes, I agree. However, at this point in time, the government is no longer working towards that goal. Now the government is working towards the goal of making the rich richer. How do you address the rampant homeless problem across the United States right now? The government, instead of trying to help those individuals to get back on their feet, push them to other cities to try and get them out of their own cities. The government has transformed from something that is trying to help people in life, liberty, and property, and is more towards trying to bolster the elite class. Its role is to stop people from dying. So why don't we have universal health care and things like that? Why are people listing animals?
There have been a lot of celebrities who have chimed in on the GameStop and AMC short squeezes. And one of them struck a chord with me, which was one of the Shark Tank guys, Kevin O'Leary. He said, if you're stupid enough to short a stock over 100%, then you deserve whatever happens to you. I am delighted to see them pay financially for playing dirty in the most important game in the universe, which is
what's up, Alex, the person?
The game of American capitalism.
Your call.
I'll take the phone.
Fair enough.
This time.
We'll keep changing it up.
I started immediately like identifying with it, and
It's an argument about a system where more people will live versus a system where less people will live. At the base of it, the government is there to preserve the life of its people. I would argue that the American government fails to do so. I would argue that they are not there for the greater good of the majority of people, but rather there for the greater good of a smaller percent of people. If you look at governments like the Canadian government and the Australian government, there's a lot more equality in terms of actual life happiness. The value of their lives, I would say, is weighed greater for the majority of people in those governments versus the United States, where they value certain people higher than other people.
Properly articulate why yet, but initially in my gut, I heard the word deserved. I don't agree with that word. That's why I didn't come to the table.
I also tried to ask myself, did they deserve? That's like saying, does any investor deserve the risk they're taking?
And I think a lot of people get behind the initial statement that was said was because
our government is decently good. Oh, on a scale of the world, our government is pretty great. I 100% agree. But could it be better? 1,000%.
But that's the thing.
Wait.
It's a narrative.
Correct.
We say like
How
deserve,
many
not
people
deserve.
in the
The
United
question
States
is
of
what
America
damage?
die from
Wait,
starvation?
that was my
Right.
that was the
Yeah.
word that I'm hung up on. Is like, what damage do we really think happened to hedge funds?
It's a symbolism.
And how
of,
many
look, you guys all
people
had
in the
this
United
cushy-
States of America die from the lack of universal health care versus people at the 1% who can actually afford the health care that they need? There's a large distinction between the two classes.
job, you had billions you were managing, now you don't, some of you are out.
Do you really think there was a lot of squirming? When you look at the people that were really vested in that company, do you think they really took the losses that you think they did? Or do you think they're riding that golden parachute laughing at the narrative that's going out?
There's other repercussions besides just the losses on AMC and GameStop, which would be an enormous amount of public pressure on the SEC to enforce the rules that they already have that have been poorly enforced. That is potentially a repercussion that will affect the day-to-day lives of hedge funds.
Now you're speaking my language, because when you talk about it like we've already won the war, that's when I'm like, first of all, I'm kind of on your side, and moreover, when we're like, oh, we made him square and we're winning here, I'm like, no, you haven't even started the game.
I think that there's about 10 million Redditors who are going to hang on to this forever, and a lot of us are motivated by the grudge we still feel from the lack of justice during the 2008.
I don't think there are 10 million
fiasco,
Redditors who are going to hold on to this forever. I think there's a good 1,000 or so of you.
Yeah, like,
one guy went to jail after the collusion that led to the mortgage-backed security crisis. It's hard to pin the idea that people involved in the mortgage-backed security crisis.
Poor Kareem, the one guy out of thousands of people who effed up the system. He was the scapegoat.
Aware that what they were doing at every point along the way was going to lead to a global financial crisis and deaths of poverty. But if you could prove that, I would say they would be guilty of mass murder.
I just don't think people care.
But essentially, how many people still care about that issue
Right.
today?
What Wall Street Bets did, the exposures and the blind
It seems
spots
what you're
in our
trying to
financial
develop is
system.
utopian human rights. No, not in the slightest. If you look at how universal healthcare works in many other governments, it's very accessible to the United States, who is an extraordinarily wealthy country. If you were to transfer a portion of our military budget over to universal healthcare or fixed social security and things like that, we could be living in a lot better of a world. It's just a simple, basic fact. If you did the math on how much we spend in other useless areas of our government towards what we spend towards the actual common people, it's very disproportional.
In a whole, there are a few.
Of course.
What you have to do is, well, let's take a few. What we have to do is you have to understand what those are, and you have to mobilize, and you have to create
There are
a
limitations
situation.
on resources. We cannot have basic rights for everyone to have everything. Of course not. I'm not rooting for communism here. Far from it. Again, you can look at examples of universal healthcare in other countries and how it works. And how if the United States had spent a portion of their money from the military budget on universal healthcare, then a lot more people would have access to healthcare. I'm not talking about everyone being able to have filet mignon every single night for dinner. I'm talking about people being able to get healthcare. People being able to visit the doctor once a year regularly, which in the end would end up saving a lot more money for the healthcare system. Because if people are getting more regular checkups, if people are getting more informed about their health from visiting doctors every year and being able to actually afford to visit those doctors and things like that, the rate of disease and the rate of mishaps would go substantially down so that less people would be visiting the doctor every year.
Where there's actual change on the books. If you just
Taxes have a use, but it's being abused. I agree.
GameStop, it's not going to change anything. You gotta. This was an illustration of some of the blind spots, and it has to mobilize into a more social event in terms of representatives and leaders that say, you know what, there are some things that the financial institutions have a blind spot on, and we have to do some reforms.
You definitely have the communication tool and the movement and passion to do so, but realistically, there's a staying power.
I guarantee you that
We have universal healthcare in the UK. The quality of the healthcare is horrifying. I would argue that it would be better to have healthcare to some degree, even if it is horrifying, versus being refused treatment in the United States for not making enough money, or having to take an ambulance to the hospital and them charging you $2,000 to do so in the event of an emergency. Hey, what's up, Gold Leader? How you doing,
Power
dude?
to hold a grudge for the rest of my life.
I respect that. I feel that.
I'm right there
It's the
with you.
people's
I feel
fault.
that.
I'm not
And I
arguing that the
believe
UK
there's
has
about 10
perfect
million
healthcare
Redditors
system.
who
In fact, I
equally are-
barely know how the UK's healthcare system works. It could be atrocious. I have no idea.
are going to hold
It's
this
not something
grudge.
I can
Maybe
talk
not
on.
forever,
I
but
think
for
you're
a very
too
long
smart. I
time.
think you're too smart and too engaged.
Well,
Like, I think that's the issue with, like, this group of people.
You're gonna have to take that grudge and mobilize it into actual social change, and that comes from leadership,
Right.
and that comes from new elected officials. So you
Hey, what's
gotta,
up, dude?
you
Thank
gotta,
you for
you gotta
the compliment on
crosswalk
my
that into
haircut.
actual
I
stuff.
appreciate it.
We did it. We did it.
Okay, I think long hair Ben was a bit naive. I think she was kind of making weird statements that I don't fully agree with. I think blue hair guy was really kind of annoying. I think the guy behind her was a little bit smug. I liked white shirt guy, and I liked that guy back there. Let's read some of the comments. I did not expect the Wall Street side to be that stereotypical and condescending. Wow. Yes, Mike, the three worst social movements in history: Nazism, communism, and Wall Street bets. Sade saying people no longer care about 2008 financial crisis when we are still digging ourselves out shows she's not connected to the working class whatsoever. Lol, did that Wall Street guy try to make them feel bad that rich people lost millions while Wall Street Bets was explaining where people were paying off cancer treatments? Wall Street just pissed other people are doing what they do without charging obscene fees. At this point, being a Redditor is a career choice. Okay. Let's not get carried away, people. Answer the call. I have hot takes for content. All right, Eric, what are your hot takes, sir?
Okay, you're here. You're here. Every time you went on a rant, I started playing Joker music, and it was really funny.
Like we live in a society.
Yeah.
Fed up with people trying to.
I got so bored, I went live, so I started reacting to you. I did it at first, but I thought it was funny, so then I went live and did it because I thought it was funny. I don't know. You're reacting to comments now or something.
Yeah, I knew the second they mentioned racism, half of the comments were gonna be about racism. I mean that.
All right, I only saw a bit of that video. I'm pretty sure in the middle of that lady went. I missed the tail end of her sentence. All I heard was "You're too smart." And I was like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "That's not how you win an argument."
I missed that part. Yeah.
She said like you're too smart and then said something, but I only heard that, so it looked like she just looked at the guy and went, "You're too smart for like this." And I was like, "Wow, I guess she forfeits."
Yeah.
Is that what that means?
They call like literally they like smirked at their own wise ass like comments. It was really cringy.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right, I can I'm just reacting to you, so you're on my.
Oh, epic.
So are you gonna do a little compass?
Oh yeah, let's do a political compass thing.
Comp ass. So
Yeah.
I pulled up my old results. So this was my result. I got 1.5 to the right and negative 0.97 down, so like libertarian. So I'm in the purple square.
You're a purple lad?
It's like I'm like happy with. I think you're gonna be in the green square, personally.
Okay, I don't know what the green square is, but I'll take
That's
this.
a little left and libertarian. I feel like you're gonna be like just economically left and then libertarian.
Okay.
By like a little. I think we're gonna be kind of just like on a mirror here.
All right. If economic
So that was mine.
globalization is inevitable, it should primarily serve.
I'll just pull up your stream, I guess. We could Discord share, but that might be annoying.
That's a lot of work.
All right, I'll just like mute your stream and watch it. Let's see here. Let me pull it up. Chatterino. Hold on, I'm not there. I'm just kidding. I don't really care. What do you agree with? You're gonna have to read it. Why is this so low quality? Oh, there we go. Honestly.
Oh, this is very like globalized.
Yeah. All right. Read it out loud. We have to discuss. You're just
All right,
speedrunning this.
I'm skipping the race one. I answered, but we don't need to discuss it.
I didn't see it.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Oh wait, I'm watching you do it right now.
I would agree to a degree of that. I would
What did you
agree, but not strongly agree.
I agreed with you. I said strongly disagree with the race one.
Yeah, I feel like you're just racist if you hit this one. I think that's just
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. I think I put like disagree. I was like not necessarily, but
I mean like
maybe.
It was arguably the right decision to like chill with Stalin during World War II, but like I wouldn't strongly agree because I'm not.
Oh, I wasn't, because it was like I wasn't really thinking on like world leader scale. I was just like, oh, that person also hates this person, but that doesn't mean I like them.
Oh yeah.
I thought of it like micro.
Military action that defies international law is sometimes justified. I would agree with that.
I think I put agree. I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? It's a bit of an extreme case, like where it would be, but I wouldn't like out.
I mean, international law in the sense that like China refuses to allow anything to be done about like North Korea.
Anything? Yeah.
It's
I
like,
put agree.
Yeah. There's now a worrying fusion of information and entertainment.
I would strongly.
I would strongly agree with that. Yeah, that one makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
People are ultimately divided more by class than by nationality.
I agree with that.
I don't know. I would agree with that.
Yeah, I think I put agree. I think I might even put strongly agree.
I feel like if you're a higher class, nationality matters less because you all have the same amount of money.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of people put it towards like, sometimes they'll like, it's like a scapegoat to like discriminate with nationality and stuff. Whereas like, I feel like it really boils down more to class. So I don't know. That's like my take.
Controlling inflation is more important than controlling unemployment.
This was like a big boy 5-head question, so I was like, I think I hit agree because I was like, hyperinflation is worse than high unemployment, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
I
going
don't
with
know.
like,
I wasn't sure. I just put agree. I was like, yeah, probably.
if you're going with like post Treaty of Versailles Germany inflation, that's
Right, that
pretty
was
bad.
what I thought of.
But if you're going with like, no one's got jobs, that's also pretty bad.
No, I know. So it was like, it's a bad question.
Yeah.
Some of these in here are really badly worded because it's like, in a very literal sense, like, yes, I don't agree, but you phrase the question as if it's like true or false, not like opinion.
Yeah. All right. There's obscure Telpsum has been a disagree Andy all stream. There's no such thing as class. Well, class is not well defined enough. In what sense is there supposed to be class?
Oh yeah, I saw you. When you were debating this, kid, that's when I put the Joker music on.
I think that
class is not well defined. I don't know, tax brackets like affluent, poverty, aren't those classes?
Yeah, I think there's a pretty well defined class system in every single society.
There's like, I have $0 versus like, I'm Mizkif and I made $500,000 in a month.
Yeah, I think it's better defined by like your yearly income, but like,
at least in America,
I definitely
those
think
are
there's a
tax
class
classes,
system.
So class.
Yeah, this guy's definitely got like a daddy billionaire.
I think he just likes to debate, truthfully.
Yeah.
There are classes of atoms. Yeah. So class, like, you can't say there's no
Yeah,
class.
you're-
And be like, well, that's class. Like, okay, yes, class.
I mean, he's literally just debating to debate. Everyone knows we're talking about financial
Yeah.
classes.
Yeah,
Like,
I think he is. That's fine.
Contextually, I can say like, oh, yeah, man, I got all my dogs here. And it's like, yeah, I've got a bunch of like actual literal
Rottweilers
dogs here.
versus whatever. Those are my class. I don't know. Whatever. I just was in class.
Yeah. I guess. Because corporations cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the environment, they require regulation. I would strongly agree with that.
I clicked agree. Because like, obviously, if there's nothing, they're just gonna like dump shit in a river, which is bad. But like, sometimes I feel like it's like unnecessarily regulated.
Yeah.
So I just put agree.
I mean, I don't know. Like,
I'm not like an expert. This is just sort of, I kind of went off gut feelings.
Someone commented, there are classes that I am failing. That's a good one.
I feel like you needed a little comic relief from the arguing with Chad about politics. Oh no, I'm out of water.
From each according to his ability to each according to his need is a fundamentally good idea. Oh god, this is like big brain. From each according.
So I googled it. It's a Karl Marx saying, and when I went to the Wikipedia page, the Wikipedia was like, this boils down to giving free stuff to everyone due to the abundance of resources thanks to communism. And I was like, well, strongly disagree.
Oh, I see. From each according to his ability to give to each according to his need to have, sort of a thing.
Maybe. I just went to Wikipedia and was like, all right, well. What's up the yak?
I would agree, but not strongly agree.
All right.
The freer the market, the freer the people. I would strongly agree to that.
I would strongly agree.
It's a sad reflection on our society that something as basic as drinking water is now a bottled, branded consumer product. That is kind of depressing to me.
I said strongly disagree because I was like, I mean, if you really want to go to your local pond, fish out the water, go filter it, like, be my guest. But I don't know. I was like, this just seems like I am 14 and this is deep. Like, oh, I don't know. Maybe that's just like my view.
Yeah, but like to the point where Nestle is trying
also,
to like prevent people from actually getting tap water and things like that because they want to sell their product.
I haven't achieved that, so
yeah, I
think
know.
That would ever be cheap. I feel like that would be like a hype article line to get clicks. You know what I mean? I'm sure they would love to do that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like defending Nestle, but like you can also just like go to your sink. Like you have the option.
Yeah, I agree. I would agree with this though. I think it is a weird thing. Like it's more of a like reflection on society in terms of people's laziness.
I guess.
Land shouldn't be a commodity to be bought and sold. I disagree.
The alternative is war, so I hit it. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know.
Is it regrettable that many professional fortunes are made by people who simply manipulate money and contribute nothing to society? I would
I'm pretty
agree.
sure I think I hit strongly agree.
I put agree, but like
the market can be free, but the people can't be. Like if it's capitalist authoritarian. Yeah, I suppose. I'm not as well versed in these things as you. So.
Daily better not end up being a fascist. That'd be really funny if that was the outcome of everything I'm
you were
picking.
Far right, far authoritarian.
Yeah, all right.
Oh my god.
Protectionism is sometimes necessary in trade.
It's like tariffs.
Oh,
I said agree.
I would agree with that, yeah. Or else other people get screwed over from people taking advantage and things like that.
You can take care of your like if your country, your people like made something awesome, like you're allowed to protect that, I feel like.
Yeah. Or else you get taken advantage of, like, you know, the children like mining chips in the desert in like Africa. You know? The only socially social
I was very like unsure.
I would disagree.
I was like flip-flopping on this one because I was like responsibility versus like good practice. I was like I don't know, like like it was a very technicality in my head.
Responsibility of a company used to be to earn money for its employees rather than earn money for its shareholders, but the like publicization, that's a word, of companies has made it more towards trying to earn more money for shareholders, which takes advantage of not only consumers but also workers.
Does it? Wouldn't it? Well,
if you think about it in terms of like,
wouldn't they get more? Well, I guess they wouldn't get more pay, but like I don't know, they would just like get paid. I don't know, right? It depends on the company. Right?
If you think about like Blizzard, when they had their most financially successful year, when they raked in like $3 billion profit, they let go of all of their development teams.
Did they?
Yeah, and they hired new people because it would cost more money for them to actually pay people who were veterans on their teams the adequate amount of money versus hiring new people.
For like the time with the same skills. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
That's pretty messed up.
Mm-hmm. So I think of it in like that regard, that like companies are going to screw over everyone in order to make a profit.
Mm-hmm.
The rich are too highly taxed. I would strongly disagree to that. Those with
I looked up tax brackets because I didn't know what it was, and I don't know. I found something quickly that was like the highest I found was 37%.
I think if you're making $5 billion and you're taxed, 30%
the bigger problem is that there's just loopholes that they just get around all that anyway, so it doesn't really matter how high you make their percent. Unless you get rid of the loopholes, it really doesn't matter.
Like Amazon paid nothing. Like that's depressing.
Like literally zero.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, I heard about it briefly. Wasn't it because they like, if you did like charity work or something, so they could like donate less to charity and then their taxes would get written off, but it was still less than paying taxes or something?
I thought it was something
that's
with
like
being
like horrid like oversimplification, but
I thought it was like an offshore account kind of loophole where they didn't have
might have been both.
It could have been a little
there
everything.
was a couple components. Yeah.
Do you have a dog sanctuary? I wish. I just have one dog.
Dog sanctuary. Doggo.
Those with the ability to pay should have access to higher standards of medical care. I would disagree.
What's up? Why? If you have more money, why don't you go buy a better doctor?
I know. I think everyone should have access to a baseline equal healthcare, and then if you're like balls to the walls rich, then you can like splurge and buy your own
with
MRI.
the ability to pay. You should. So if you have the ability to pay, you should have access to higher standards. So you would agree.
No, I would.
It's like literally saying if you can afford higher, you can get it. So if someone's rich, you don't think they should have the ability to buy better healthcare?
No, but simultaneously, I'm saying that poor people should be offered the same healthcare to a degree as rich people.
But that's not the question.
But it is the opposite version of the question than you're posing.
Well, then, those with the ability to pay. So if you have the money to pay, should have access to higher medical care.
Yeah, fundamentally, I disagree to that, but I don't strongly disagree. Like,
all right.
I think people should all have access to the exact same standards of medical care. But then, if you have enough money to fly to Europe to get this one certain doctor, sure. So I don't strongly disagree, but I don't agree. Hello?
Hi.
Okay. Government should penalize businesses
I said okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that. Government should penalize businesses that mislead the public. I would, I don't know. I would agree. I don't know if I strongly agree. What'd you say?
What is this one? Government should. I think I said disagree because I was like, I mean, if they're misleading them, like, you'll just like go like lose business. And I was like, the government doesn't necessarily, because then like, what if the government like weaponizes against businesses for some reason? I don't know.
I think I'm going to stick with agree on that one. A genuine free market requires restrictions on the ability of predatory multinationals to create monopolies. So,
hello?
Hello?
Did you? Oh. Hi.
So what they're saying is, you know, you don't want like Nike going into China and getting like cheap shoes to then shoe monopolize in America or something?
Yeah, it's just like, should, you know, a free market, because like, it's just basically asking, should there be restrictions on monopolies?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I don't know if I strongly or regularly agreed, but I'm pretty sure I agreed on that one.
There was too many big words in that one. So I'm going to go next.
Okay.
Oh god, abortion when the woman's life is not threatened should be illegal. I strongly disagree.
Which one of you is going to be the communist? Probably Ben will be closer to the communist.
More than likely. All authority should be questioned. I strongly agree. No, I agree. Not strongly agree.
I think I strongly agreed.
Well, I'm thinking like in the sense of like, if there's something real bad happening, like a nuke is coming, and they're like, you have to go to the bunker. Then are you gonna really be like, well, is there a nuke coming? Like, no, go to the freaking bunker. Like, you know.
I mean, I guess, but I don't. Is that what it was like going for? I don't know.
I don't know. I guess it's up to interpretation.
Yeah.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
Yes, sir.
I disagree.
Really?
Yeah, I think there needs to be more bipartisan support for things, and like cross aisle. Like,
this is like, if you shoot a guy, should we kill him? Like,
yeah, but in this context, it's coming from like the idea of like politically, if someone screws over your bill in the next bill that you fund. Okay,
screw him 10 times over.
All right. Did you get alt right? I can't remember.
I got a little to the right, a little down.
Nice. Taxpayers should.
Like, I don't know where alt right is.
Taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theaters or museums that cannot survive on a commercial basis. I disagree. I think it's a part of culture.
If it's a shitty museum, why should we pay for it? Like, if no one's going.
Yeah, but simultaneously, it's like we won't have any nice things unless we like tax people for them. You know?
Maybe.
Schools should
people
not
need
make
to make
classroom
nicer
attendance
decisions.
compulsory. I
Because the school should
disagree.
not make-
Kids aren't old enough to make that decision for themselves.
Schools should not make it compulsory. I think I disagreed. Like, you should go to school,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was saying.
I don't think kids have enough brain cells.
I was like,
to-
if I didn't have to go to school, like, that's gonna just like lead to worse things.
Yeah. If people have their rights, but it is better for all of us that different sorts of people should keep to their own kind. All people have their rights, but it is better for all of us that different sorts of people should keep to their own kind. I would disagree to that. Good parents sometimes have to spank their children.
I think I said agree to that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough.
About parenting and the politics of spanking children.
Yeah.
Fair to say.
It's natural for children to keep some secrets from their parents. Agree.
Yeah, I said agree.
Possessing marijuana for personal use should not be a criminal offense. I strongly agree.
Yeah.
Oh, you just roboted.
I just said yep. All I said was yep.
The prime function of schooling should be to equip the future generation to find jobs. I agree.
I'd agree. Yeah.
People with serious inheritable disabilities should not be allowed to reproduce. Oh god, this is like fucking genetics. Oh god. Or what's that called?
It's like
something.
Eugenics.
Eugenics, right? Isn't this
Yeah,
eugenics?
something like that.
I
don't know,
strongly
something like that.
disagree with eugenics. That's Nazi shit.
People should not be allowed. Yeah, I think I hit disagree or strongly disagree.
Yeah. The most important thing for children to learn is to accept discipline.
I think I said
Disagree?
agree.
I don't
A
know.
little bit.
Like
I don't know. You
the
gotta be
most
disciplined.
important though? Oh.
The most important thing. Oh, I don't know if I really emphasized the most important in my head when I did it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Discipline's like good.
Yeah, that's why I put disagree, not strongly. There are no savage and civilized peoples. There are only different cultures. I would agree to that.
I think I said disagree. ISIS was pretty savage.
I know, that's why I'm thinking, like, I would say for the most part, I think that it's just different cultures, but then I was thinking, like, what about, like,
There
Hitler?
are extremists.
That dude was pretty savage. That's like...
Yeah. So to say there are none, like there are no, I was like, no, there are some.
Yeah. See, I think we disagree on the whether or not we're, like, harshly, or, like, we're neither of us are harsh, but it's to what degree we disagree or agree.
Yeah.
Those who are able to work and refuse the opportunity should not expect society's support. I strongly agree.
Yep.
When you are troubled, it's better not to think about it, but to keep busy with more cheerful things. I agree.
Yeah, I hit agree too. I didn't strongly agree because I'm like, if it's serious, you should probably like work towards it so it doesn't build.
Yeah.
But at the same time, don't dwell.
Yeah.
Especially if it's out of your control.
I agree. First generation immigrants can never be fully integrated with their new country. I disagree. I don't see why not.
Yeah, I said disagree.
Yeah. What's
they
good?
Can. Sometimes it's harder. It's harder for certain people sometimes, but it's never impossible, I'd say.
Yeah. What's good for the most successful corporations is always ultimately good for all of us. I strongly disagree. Who agrees to that? That's
that Wall Street guy you were just watching.
He
was like, of course.
The dude who has
When my
$5 billion invested in that corporation agrees.
Yeah. If I had $5 billion, I would just like retire.
Well, yeah, I mean,
you can't even spend that much.
I mean, at that point, I just do
like, make it grow.
Yeah, just do passion projects at that point, you know?
Yeah, I just like literally like I don't even know. If you live in a shack in the woods with no laws and morals, then I think you're a savage, not about culture at that point. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Some
Nope.
people live off the grid. I don't know if I'd call them savage for living off the grid, but
I mean, if they don't have morals, but who do they have to impose their lack of morals on?
their lack of I mean, maybe unfortunate squirrels and things.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
No broadcasting
Anyway.
institution, however independent its content, should receive public funding.
I don't remember what I put for this one. I like sat on for a minute. I don't remember what I put.
I mean, Sesame
put
Street's pretty
agree.
dope.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I
It's like
disagree. I like Sesame
state
Street.
media exists.
I think Sesame Street has never harmed anyone. Like,
but I think it's also it probably has the funds to fund itself. You know what I mean?
no, it's completely
it's
publicly
popular enough.
funded.
Well, they can move to like Disney Channel.
Well, then it would be corporatized.
Yeah, but if people are watching it, you know.
Oh,
They get the
nonsense.
ad revenue.
That's bad. All right, next page.
What?
And how you see the wider society. Our civil liberties are being excessively curbed in the name of counterterrorism. I would agree.
I feel like that question's a little outdated. I feel like that was like a hot topic like years ago or something.
Yeah, but there's still some weird stuff with like Snowden and like
Oh, I'm sure.
spying and the NRA and no, not NSA. The NSA, not the
NSA?
National Rifles Association. I would agree.
Wait,
I wouldn't
truck with
disagree.
an ass? What is this? Good old Shotgun Joe with his animal ski hat would be pretty barbaric unless he has a truck. Then he's just an American. Okay.
What?
I don't know. There's like two people in my chat and I just don't understand what they're saying. So, anyway.
A significant advantage of a one-party state is that it avoids all the arguments
this
that
was the
delay
one.
progress in a democratic political system. That's called fascism.
So this one I was like, well, but right, look how it's worded though. It's like it is an advantage. I don't agree with it, but like, yes, they do cut through any delays.
You're
know
not
what I mean?
wrong, but it's a horrible thing.
Yeah, I hate it, but the way they worded it, it was like it looks like a test, like a significant advantage. And it's like, I mean, yes, it is an advantage to that, I guess.
But I would
don't
say
agree
it's
with that system, but
it's a disadvantage to the people of the system.
yeah, of course.
So
But
I'm
that's
going
not
to
how the
strongly
question was worded,
disagree because I
so-
know what they're trying to say, you know?
I think I took it literally and just like said agree.
Okay, that's fair.
Because I was taking it very literally, even though I don't agree with a one-party state whatsoever. I didn't like how they worded it, and I was like, I mean, I guess it's an advantage.
Although the electronic age makes official surveillance easier, only wrongdoers need to be worried. I disagree. Privacy's a thing.
I don't remember. I think I might have even put agree here, but
Yeah, that's fair.
right. I was right back and forth. I was like, I mean, I get, because I was thinking, I was like, I mean, I use Snapchat. I use all this stuff. Like, of course, like privacy is important, but I mean, I don't even like if I like, I'm not gonna practice what I preach. Then, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's fair. Guys, if you're bored, don't watch. This is what we're doing.
Leave.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. I appreciate you coming in, but this is the stream today. The death penalty should be an option for the most serious crimes.
I agree.
I'd agree. There's some messed up people.
Yeah, it has to be justified, but like I'm fine with the death penalty.
Yeah. In a civilized society, one must always have people above to be obeyed and people below to be commanded.
I think I said agree, because like if you just have total anarchy or whatever, like there are bums in the world. They will not do anything. You know what I mean? Some people do need like a kick in the ass to like do stuff with their life.
Some people also thrive off of being like controlled, to be honest. Like there's some people who join the military because that's like what they need in life to get going.
Yeah, they need structure. Some people need structure, and like when there are these sort of hierarchies, you add that structure that some people need.
Yeah.
So I think I hit agree.
I'll agree to that. Abstract art that doesn't represent anything shouldn't be considered art at all. Isn't abstract art supposed to represent something, but it's in the eye of the beholder?
Yeah, I think I just said disagree or something because I was like, I mean, it's still art. It just might be crappy art, but I guess it's still art.
I'm disagreeing to that as well. It's all about like what you see in it. Like I've seen some abstract art where I'm just like, this is the stupidest thing, but I haven't seen other things that I'm like, I like kind of get it. Like I weirdly get why someone finds this aesthetically pleasing, you know?
Right. It could be like, oh, that's pretty. I don't know. That's as far as I go, at least.
Yeah. In criminal justice, punishment should be more important than rehabilitation. I strongly disagree with that.
Punishment should be more important. Yeah, yeah. Did I read that one backwards when I did it? Whoops. I don't know.
It is a waste
Rehab is important.
Yeah.
However, the next question I also do agree with.
It is a waste
people
of
you cannot help.
Yeah, some criminal. Since it says some, I agree. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
The business
Some
person.
people you will never change.
Oh yeah, the business person and the manufacturer are more important than the writer and the artist. I disagree.
I think I said agree.
I don't agree with the business person, but I do agree with
soft agree.
Yeah, like the manufacturer part, I completely agree with, but the business person part, I disagree with.
I mean, the business person has to run the factory with the manufacturer. You know what I mean? I mean, right? You get what it's saying. It's like,
No, I get it. Yeah.
Are like real jobs are, you know what I mean?
I do a soft disagree to that. I think they're all important. Mothers may have careers, but their first duty is to be homemakers. I strongly disagree. Multinational companies are unethically exploiting the planet's genetic resources of developing countries. I would strongly agree with that.
Yeah, I was like, isn't that just like true? That was another thing. I was like, isn't this just a fact?
Yeah,
like,
have you seen sweatshops and like labor mines? It's pretty bad.
I'm like, how do you disagree with this? Like, you just would have to turn a blind eye. Like, this is just yes.
Yeah. Making peace with the establishment is an important aspect of maturity.
I said disagree.
I'd agree. I mean, to a point, I'm like, you're so rebellious. Like, you just have to understand this is the way the world works at some point. You know?
Sure, but I don't know. I think it's like the extreme. If it's a really corrupt, evil establishment, and got to do what you got to do. So that's why I was like, not always the most important.
Yeah, I don't know. Next page.
I don't know, right? It's such a depending thing. Again, it's like we're always like the soft agree or disagree, but we're just like the opposite.
Usually, if you got through that okay, you'll find these proportions on religion a breeze. Astrology accurately explains many things. You have a degree in that.
True.
Got to support my homeboy. Strongly agree. No, I would strongly disagree with that.
There you go.
You cannot be moral without being religious. I strongly disagree with that. Charity is better than social security as a means of helping the genuinely disadvantaged. I would strongly disagree with that.
Really?
I mean,
I think I had said agree.
In the sense that like the money from charity goes directly to people versus like a social security check goes directly to people.
Yes. I mean, the thing was like charity, it's like categorized. You know what I mean? And I guess charities can be corrupt. But also I was like, isn't social security like or something or dying or like in trouble or I don't even know.
It is, but it hasn't because we just keep shoveling money at it that's been loaned by China. So China. All right, I'll disagree with that. You made a good point. Yeah, that makes sense. Some people are naturally unlucky. I would agree to that. I think that's true. It is important that
you can do things in your life to minimize your unluck, but
but some people are just like, oh my god, you just can't win. Like there are genuinely people like that.
Oh, I know. It's just nothing you can do.
Yeah. It is important that my child's school instills religious values. I'd strongly disagree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Next page. Oh, finally, a look at sex. That's what I've been waiting for.
Finally.
Sex outside marriage is usually immoral. I'd strongly disagree.
Yes. No,
Okay. A same-sex couple in a stable, loving relationship should not be excluded from possibility of child adoption. I strongly agree.
Mm-hmm.
Pornography depicting consenting adults should be legal for the adult population. I strongly agree. What goes on in a private bedroom between consenting adults is no business of the state. I strongly agree.
I said agree for the porn one just because I'm like, I know porn is awful for you, but at the same time, it's like...
That's fair,
you can't
actually.
distribute it.
There is some porn out there that's like really addicting and like can mess with you.
Yeah, porn addiction can like really screw up your head. So I did agree because I was like, I mean, I guess it's an industry, but I was like,
Yeah, maybe I'd agree with that. Guys, you know spamming the number of people watching in chat does not help make chat talk. It just...
They don't get that, trust me.
Okay.
Actually, people are kind of typing stuff in mine. I'm not reading any of it.
Oh. No one can feel naturally homosexual. I'd strongly disagree with that. These days, openness about sex has gone too far.
Disagree?
What?
Wait, no one can feel I think I had that backwards in my head.
I think you can be naturally homosexual.
Yeah. No, you're good.
I
like thought of it backwards.
I would agree to a sense that openness about sex has gone too far.
Yeah, I did. I said agree also. I might have even said strongly. I don't really remember.
I'm like
it's a little much sometimes.
I'm like only slightly in the agree category, I think.
I'm like a mid agree, I'd say.
Yeah. See, this is why you stick around. We got through the politics. Now we're talking about porn. Now let's see where you stand.
You know, there's a study in it like porn like increases like gray matter in your brain or something.
Oh.
Like
Eric, I'm
addiction.
authoritarian.
Are you really?
Left. Authoritarian.
You're a commie.
I'm like a socialist, kind of.
You're an actual communist. Wait, where'd mine go? Oh my god.
I'm gonna send this to Zelda.
Actual communist.
I'm
That's
sure
so
you were
sad.
the exact opposite of the line, weren't you?
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a little right, a little down.
Yeah. I see that.
I like it. I'm happy. I like my square.
I like my square.
I mean, it's barely. I'm still centrist.
I would be really upset if I was any further into a particular square. You know?
What do you mean?
Like if I was
You wouldn't want to be libertarian?
If I was deep into any of these squares, like top left, top
sure.
right.
If you're deep into any of them, it's bad.
If I'm even mid of any of them, I would be upset. You know?
Be a little like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like being in my midsection. You know?
Do you know?
It's a good spot to be.
Where did my results go? Do I have them still?
Oh, let's see.
I don't
Take a
know.
look at a few
I lost my
contrasting
results.
nations. All right, well, these make sense to me. I'm not Saudi Arabia, China, North Korea, Singapore.
I lost my results page earlier. That's fine.
Oh, Sag. Economic left, negative.
Yeah, so
5.
You're a communist, and I guess I'm alt-right.
Politically, I'm left libertarian.
Left libertarian. No, it just said you were left authoritarian.
No, this was the... Oh.
Is there an in-depth thing?
Yeah. Wait, so what's the difference?
Wait. Oh. No, you're very left libertarian. Oh, okay.
But then this is my official one, isn't it?
You're libertarian, and you're a lot more left. You are mid-green, yeah.
What's the difference between these?
It's you, what I'm looking at right now. Between what? The top shows you, like, it's like, just like teaching you what it is before it shows you your result.
Oh, okay.
So you're not a commie.
Yeah, I wish I
You're just,
wasn't
like...
so deep into this.
Yeah, you're pretty deep there. I'm surprised.
I'm not so happy about this now. I wish I was more towards the middle.
I was what was I? I was like 1.5 and then like negative like 0.97 or something. So I was like just barely in the purple.
Oh,
probably
okay.
in like the 4th square.
Yeah. I
you're
expect
a
it
lot
to
more
honestly
mid.
be like more.
I thought you would be
the
in that
middle.
square. I thought you would be a little closer to the center.
Yeah. Wow. Eh.
At
So
least you're not a commie.
why do they show this with a center in the middle and then go?
I don't know.
That's so weird.
I don't know. It's a weird.
That's so misleading.
If you want to look at a slightly better one, there's one called 6 Triangles. Is it long?
I don't know. We just did a whole one. That's a.
Well,
that's
you
a
took like forever on that.
big. Well, you kept on talking to me.
Sorry, I'll
SMH.
shut up next time.
Thank you. For
This
shame.
one. Have you taken the one where it's like how like difficult are you?
How difficult are you? Where's that?
Like as a person. There's like I took because I remember it was in like my physics friends group chat thing. They
Difficult
sent it.
person test. All right,
I think that might be it.
I feel that
I
I'm
don't
more
remember what
special
that
than
was.
others. All right, I'll do this one fast. Personally, do say set me. They should.
I forget what mine was.
Well,
Oh
let
yeah,
me
this one.
slide it.
Oh, this is 35 questions. I don't know. I did it a while ago. I don't remember what it was, but it is what it is. Let's see if I can find it. I wonder, did we save our results? Did I think these are all way older? Oh my god. Yeah, no, we didn't save the results. Sad. Going.
I'm just disagreeing with everything.
Oh. People who don't do as I say need to be criticized.
I agreed with that
Come
one.
on. You said disagree. I'm watching it on stream right now.
What? No, I agreed with one a little while ago. Other consider my lifestyle wild and exciting. I would strongly disagree with that. Oh, I big time hold grudges. Yeah.
Yeah, someone bumps you and doesn't say sorry, and you're like, I just ran into the worst human being you could ever imagine today. And I'm like, all right. And then like 10 years later, I'm like, oh, remember like Billy? And you're like, he bumped into me and didn't say sorry.
Yes.
So yes, you do hold grudges. Wow, your stream is way behind.
Maybe because I'm multi-streaming.
Oh, maybe. Could you not? The yak got 1.2 right on the economic scale. That's like barely right. So you are not an alt-right neo-Nazi. You are fine. Well, I guess it depends where you went up or down. If you went up, then it's a little closer. But if you went down, it's just like, no. What even is that? Let's go find like memes on it. Right lib memes.
Oh, you can decide in the middle? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like. All right. I don't know if Google Images is gonna like get me banned. So you shouldn't have to pay taxes on land. If we all stopped paying taxes, the government could afford to stop us. Couldn't afford to stop us. These are all just like anti-tax memes.
All right, I am suspicious.
1.5 million in debt needed by Zillow. I was trading cryptocurrency.
Wait, what?
I just looked up right lib memes to find like, memes about my my square.
Ah. I see.
Here, we'll do left lib memes to find memes on your square.
All right, I might stop.
Apparently, you're very easygoing. All of mine were pretty good. Okay, one of mine was pretty good, and then one of mine was like maxed out. I don't remember which one it was. I think it was suspicion.
My suspicion is getting there, and manipulativeness is a little bit there. And aggression is a little bit there, but the rest are
No,
like,
I mean all of mine were like within the first ring, and then suspicion was at like the third ring for me or something.
oh,
It was like way up there.
that's intense.